Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second segment of Sports Central. Hank Long along with Neil Duncan. We have so much fun during the clips here, in between coming back. But our second segment and our sponsor for this.
Hyatt Place there at the Lakeland Center. Great facility.
Thank you so much. And
you're welcome.
Big thanks to those folks at the Hyatt Place.
Well,
we have a special guest for our second segment, Brittany Jones, the head coach of the women's soccer team at Florida Southern College. And Brittany, glad to have you with us today.
Thank you for having me today. I appreciate it.
Kind of right in the thick of things now for you and the gals playing soccer.
Yeah, we're in the last 2 weeks of our season, so pretty much the middle of season, trying to keep the girls motivated, survive finals and midterms, and keep them playing well on the field right now. So.
How much of a struggle is that? Because I struggled with finals, and I didn't play soccer. So how much is it to keep them focused on soccer or focused on final? I mean, it's got to be a balance.
It is. It's a big commitment, and anytime you're a student athlete, you're pretty much working a part-time job. And for the most part, the girls are doing their soccer commitments, whether it's weights or academic meetings or individual treatment in the training rooms, roughly about 20 hours a week. And then they also have their studies on top of that, and they all take full-time classes. So it's quite an environment that we have to create to promote them from one being time management and then also just being effective in what they're doing. So
yeah, it's demanding, and it's got to be organized, so that you can get it all done. And when do they practice during the day? Is it like in the afternoon when they're, or does it kind of fluctuate for them?
Well, we're unique in that we try and keep their priorities to be school and then soccer. So we work all of our training sessions around classes, around evening labs. So for the most part, we train in the evenings, usually about 4 to 6 or 5 to 7 after their day of classes, after their labs, and usually before they start doing homework. For some reason, this generation likes to do homework from like 9 to midnight. So we try and shove it in there right before dinner, and hopefully they get most of their attention. So
at least they're doing the homework. I didn't do that so much.
Well, you made it through college.
Well, I did. That was the best 8 years of my life. No, in all seriousness, senior night's coming up. Tell us a little bit about that's October 20th. Tell us a little bit about your seniors and the class that you have this year.
It is. This Saturday's our senior night, and what that means, it's our last home game of the season. And we have 3 seniors this year. We have a senior captain, Morgan Salmons, who's been a 3-year captain, starting central defender, nomination for all tournament team, all conference. Fantastic leader on the field, also a 4.0 student, accounting major, so very talented, very hardworking, just a great personality. She's one of those kids that kind of works her butt off and is very, very competitive, but also has a joke and laugh at herself once in a while, so she creates a great environment for the others. And then Kayla Wilhide is also a senior this year, athletic training major. She serves more of a role for us coming off the bench and giving us hard minutes, but you never question her work rate, and she's a great person from Maryland. And then the last senior we have this year is Robin Lowry, who has had some illnesses this semester, so she's not actually playing with us, but she's been a huge component of our team off the field and helping us in other ways than just contributing on the field. So we're going to honor the 3 of them this Saturday.
Well, that's neat. Now, can they go on after college? Is soccer kind of over for them, or how can they participate? Will any of them go pro, or?
Yeah, unfortunately, at this level, in terms of women's soccer in America, there is not a league to play in the United States. There are opportunities abroad, so there are some former Florida Southern players that play in Sweden, that are playing in Finland, Sweden has the top league in the world right now for female players, and a lot of the U.S. national team players actually play over in Sweden. So there's opportunities. It's not a very well-paying job. A lot of times you just have housing provided to you and meals, but at the same time, if that's something they want to pursue, then there's an opportunity to go abroad and live in another country and learn some things. But the 3 of them here, I don't believe, want to do that.
How have you seen the game fundamentally change? Because we've talked about it a lot. Of course, we recruited the Florida Youth Soccer Association to be at Lake Myrtle, and Lake Myrtle being the epicenter of youth soccer in the state of Florida. How have you seen the game and the popularity in the country change? Because really, the only people in the world that didn't care about soccer was the United States. That's changing. How have you seen it change?
It's fantastic to see on the youth level, especially, and it's been a lot more popular in the girls' love side than it has been on the men's side, and we've seen more success with the women's national team than the men's national team over the years. But you're seeing people playing at a younger age. We're becoming more technical. Our styles of play are becoming more compatible with other countries in the world, and we're beginning to learn how to play the game. Whereas before, Americans, we were just big athletes and we ran fast and we played hard and we were the most athletic people. And now we're beginning to actually play and have an idea of how we want to attack and how we want to defend. And it's just nice to see that we're trying to actually play soccer and not just be athletes and win games based on our athletic ability.
Explain that difference. I mean, because you've got 2 periods where you're just running nonstop up
Yes.
and down the field, so that's where the athleticism comes in. But as you talk about learning to play the game, what does that involve?
Soccer's a game of tactics, which is decision making, as well as technical ability, which is your ability on the ball. And for the most part, Americans have for a long time just been athletes, and we've been able to kick it far and run fast and get it and score goals, but through our hard work and our heart. And that's one thing that a lot of other countries have always said about Americans is we work hard and we have a lot of heart. And now we're beginning to have the technical proficiency to control the ball and be able to put it where we want to do. And once we have technical proficiency, we can actually make better decisions in terms of how we attack, what parts of the field we attack.
And being able to pass it. Is that where the technical comes in? Is it setting up the other player downfield and getting the ball to them so that they can,
Yes.
continue with the play? Because when you watch soccer, for me anyhow, it's fascinating, to watch how they try to set up a play, but the ball doesn't always go where they want it to either. I mean, you're running and you're trying to kick it to somebody over there, and then it can get, off a little bit. Then you've got the other team intercepting it. So, I mean, it's I can see plays starting to set up, but it's awful. It's difficult to do that all the time.
Yeah, technical ability includes dribbling, passing, receiving, and without being competent in those areas, it's difficult to play certain styles. If you can't pass the ball, then you're not going to play a style of soccer where you're trying to pass the ball. So you see youth players becoming more and more technical at younger ages. You have 5, 6, 7-year-olds that are extremely proficient technically, and that only increases their ability to improve their technical performance as they're older, and therefore play different styles of soccer and play higher level soccer. So it's nice to see that, and that's something that Lake Myrtle's help with, and the Olympic development programs help with throughout the state, so it's nice.
So are you seeing players that are more advanced than they used to be in that aspect?
Yes, at a younger age.
At a younger age, yeah. My son is playing for the first time. He's 9, and he's playing for the first time, and I'm blown away by, they're just passing it around and doing all that. And what are some of the programs at Florida Southern College that you have, camps or whatever, that you guys are teaching the younger generation to be more proficient in soccer?
Right now I've just got here in March, so we haven't established a lot of programs, but it's our future goal to, one, provide some sort of training probably on a weekly basis this spring for youth level, probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds to come out on a weekly basis and train not only with me and AJ Mack, who's my assistant, but also some of our girls, especially on the youth side for females, because I think seeing positive female role models, especially our college kids, is a great opportunity for youth level players. So we're looking to establish that. We do have some summer camp programs that people are more than welcome to get involved with or contact us about for different ages. We have a youth one from 5 to 12, and then we also have our advanced academy from 13 through high school age for those that are interested in playing college soccer, those who are interested in developing to play high school soccer, whatever their goals are, because we all have different goals, and not all of us want to play college soccer. But we do try and provide and educate the community through the game of soccer. So there are a couple things on our website, on floridasouthern.com or gomox.com, whichever. Just click on the women's soccer link, and they're all listed.
So having Lake Myrtle, is that going to reduce your recruiting budget because you can just go down Lake Myrtle and see all these kids playing down there?
It does make it easier. It makes my life a little easier in terms of having a little bit more balance, but yeah.
Where are your players from on your team now? Where have you recruited them from?
Most of the players on my team are from the state of Florida. Florida's fortunate in that we have abundant sunny weather and we get to play soccer year-round, and we have a lot of talent and a lot of girls that play here. So most of our team's from Florida, but I do have 5, 6, 7 kids from the New England area, Maryland. We have some kids from New Jersey, New York. In the New England area, it doesn't seem very hard
I'd
to
love to
convince
get down
them
here
to
to
come
play
down
soccer.
to play
Not a hard sell.
No, not at all. So mostly from Florida, but we do have some kids from out of state as well.
Now, your background, you say you just got here this spring. Where did you come from?
I grew up in Apopka, the west side of Orlando, playing soccer in Seminole, Orange County areas, and I attended Stetson University and played 4 years there at the Division I level, and was also the assistant coach there for 5 years. So I'm coming from Stetson to Florida Southern, and I just moved this March, and it's been a great fit for me. I chose Florida Southern because it has values very similar to the ones they had at Stetson, and it's something that I value in terms of making sure the environment at the college is about the student's success on and off the field, and it's been a great fit so far.
Of course, Florida Southern's not a hard sell either because of the beautiful campus and the very rich history and success in athletics, so that had to help.
Yeah, it was a great environment for me to take advantage of, and I'm very excited for the opportunity.
And now you're going to kind of wrapping up your season here. What have you got coming up in the rest of the year for the team?
Well, we have our senior game this weekend, and then we have next week we have 2 games, and hopefully we'll make the conference tournament, and we'll begin playing to make the NCAA tournament in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So it's the last 2 to 3 weeks of our final push, and then once our season is over, the girls will start weight training and preparing for the next season, so it never really ends for them.
So you don't give them much of a break at all.
They get a little bit of time off, but they're always constantly training, so it won't be nearly as
And
demanding.
you don't want to not get out of that routine, because
Right.
it's so much harder to get back in it with too much downtime that, you know, you get a little break, but then it's not hard to pick back up again once you get going.
Yeah, we always talk to the girls that it's better to be fit and stay fit than try and get fit.
Just get back in shape. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lesson I wish I had to learn. But Brittany, thank you so much. Good luck the rest of the season, and make that push to the playoffs. And hopefully, we'll have you back here in the not too distant future with the conference championship.
I would like that. Thank you.
All
That
right,
would be
thank
great.
you.
Thank you, Brittany.